This is a state of emergency. This is a state of emergency.
Black girls missing. Every day got the souls that appear and straight up twisted. Black girls missing. Every day got police acting like they're straight up listening. Black girls missing. Every day got the souls that appear and straight up twisted. Black girls missing. Every day got police acting like they're straight up listening. Spiritual cancer. Looking for answers, making it all a disaster. Nobody knows how many people you know that are turning to foes. Children be missing here, children be missing there, and it's really a scare. Police be acting foul, assuming the kids in the streets and they're being wild. And what is a runaway? That's the laziest cop in the desk that'll always get paid as the future gets kidnapped. What's the being degraded, becoming a devil's slave? Nobody understands the pain and the sorrow that's always standing at hand. Families stay full of pain, families stay full of pain as they yell at your name, hoping and praying. Looking for solace as they all shoot through the shame. Seeing the news vans, all the reporters with microphones, cameras in hands. When will it all end? The murderous scenes, the children that's strung out on lean. We searching every zone, cause missing and missing and missing, we need them back home.
There's so many missing people of color in the U.S. African Americans remain missing 4 times longer than white Americans. That number is alarming.
Girl, I miss your smile. Ain't seen it in a while. I don't laugh, I just cry. Try to find a reason why. They done took my blood, I'm dry. And I pray at night to the Lord. Yeah, I watch the news and I got the blues, cause I don't see my story.
Black girls missing. Every day got the souls that appear and straight up twisted. Black girls missing. Every day got police acting like they're straight up listening. Black girls missing.
When a black person is in distress, missing, it's not a big deal to law enforcement because they don't think we have much to lose.
This one always gives me this remembering when she was a little girl.
Iceberg effect. On the surface, it's so trivial. Do a search and it's 10 times worse. I don't think y'all hear me though. Media got the whole game on hide. They don't seek, they divide. And we don't talk, we just ride. They sleep, but we still outside. We don't trust the police, so we don't speak, and that's fucked up too. Gotta stop the hurt and put the cops to work. It ain't all about you, no. It ain't all about loot, no. It's a burden we all share. New birth to a pallbearer. About the children, we all care. This new things like Wu-Tang for the children. We gotta step up. White staring with your phone with your chest up. Kidnapped in a Tesla, then ride out quietly. They try to see, but they blind, no. Focused on their own kind, no. Not the opposite of our bind, no. Get to work, gotta network through the hip-hop. We communicate, cause I don't know too many runaways. And I'm taking the message from state to state for a child of the people. Cause it ain't all equal. If you can't understand that, then fuck your ego. We know.
Black girls missing. Every day got the souls that appear and straight up twisted. Black girls missing. Every day got police acting like they're straight up listening. Black girls missing. Every day got the souls that appear and straight up twisted. Black girls missing. Every day got police acting like they're straight up listening.
This issue is very, very, very serious. And it's not just little black girls. It's little white girls, little Dominican girls, Mexicano girls, Asian girls. Let's stop. Let's save our children and get these predators on the street.
This little girl had just gotten off the metro with her mom. You know, we were passing out flyers. She just stopped. She was staring. I asked her, you know her? She looks up at me and she says, she looks just like me.
And it's so special to know you, oh you, to know you. And it's so special to know you,
Slate Music. 313.
to wrap my arms around you.
They like gossip where you been. It's been a while since you been away. With shit to me, it only feels like a couple of days. I've been traveling, searching on them higher planes, connecting with my true self to strengthen up my brain. Really chilling, good energy, just burning sage. Deeper reflection, I'm reflecting on my mind frame. To bring forth a different knowledge to the masses. A deeper revolution, keen to stop the clashes. Cause the killing of a people queen is tragic. Our little girls come up missing like it's magic. And politicians always acting like they gave a damn. While dirty cops on the take is just another scam. FOP is full of snakes, it's time to line them up. It's still FOE, baby, till the death of us. And I ain't talking about a silent struggle. I'm talking eye for eye, my people on a higher level. True indeed. Know yourself. Know your God. True to that. Another motorcade, we ride to a funeral. And it's thunderstorming, God, that's really beautiful. Looking up into the sky, see some rainbows. See I past the stormy clouds, I watch the stars glow. Overstand my people, death is not an enemy. It's just a cord that cuts the line to divinity. And when you open up your heart to do the will of God, forever closing up your soul to the land of Nod. Reaching for your higher self at earthly pinnacle. Keeping love inside your peace to bring the miracles. Cause everybody needs love on the earth now. Let's give the children all the hugs in the world now. And give the elders all respect they deserve there. Treat our queens with the love they have earned here. I know they self love the homie, that's the real game. Stay on God, time my people, that's some real flame.
That mass salute, mass salute. What up, what up, what up, though? What's going on, everybody? Once again, welcome back to Just a Conversation. And we got a great episode tonight in line for everybody. We got my man from Pompano, my brother JP the Pompaphilian in the building. I want to thank everybody for joining in last week and chopping it up with the Cali King DJ God One. This episode about to be just as great and just as informative and just as uplifting. And that's how we do it on Just a Conversation. And hopefully in the second hour, we can convince our producer, the king at large, brother Jason, to come in and chop it up with us on these social topics and everything that we like to do in the second half of this show. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my brother, my brother, my brother, JP the Pompaphilian. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Uh, our producer has stepped to take care of some business real quick. So when the brother comes back in, we will have JP the Pompaphilian in the building. Oh, there you go.
There we go. It's
There you
good.
go. There you go. What's
My brother,
going
my
on,
brother. How
my
you doing?
brother?
All is well,
I'm
man.
doing
God is
great, my brother.
good.
Man, palms up. You already know, bro. You know it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
We
It's
had
been
you
a
on the
minute.
first installment of yes, it has. We had you on the first installment of Just a Conversation when it was all audio. It was a great hour on that one. Glad to have you back again.
It's good to
Um,
be back.
go ahead, man. Let them know who. Thank you, sir. Let them know who you is, bruh, and tell them what's going on with you, man.
Oh man, JP the Pompaphilian, aka government name Joshua Clemens. You already know how it go, man. Um,
Salute.
one half, yes sir. One half of CS Tribe 319. Shout out to my cousin, my first cousin Jay Stubbs. Keeping that
Shout out.
tribe music rolling, doing his thing. I love you, man. Uh, yeah, man. I've been doing music for a long time, man. Maybe too long. Uh, uh, for real, man. I've been doing music for a long time, man. And the ups and downs of it, man, is just it's just like a love and hate relationship, man. But I'm a firm believer in Christ. I'm a Christian. Uh, I'm I'm from Pompano Beach, Florida, as my main man said in the beginning. Godson, I love you, man. We've been kicking it for a long time, man. You have always been a freaking mentor, inspiration, And I just appreciate y'all always staying in touch, man, and just always being close, bro. That really means a lot, man. But yeah, man,
Thank
that
you,
is
bro.
me. Yeah, man. I got a book coming out. I got a poetry book coming out
Oh,
soon. So be looking out for that.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. It's
okay.
coming. It's coming.
That's what's up, man. Look, mad love to you too, bro. Always to the tribe. You already
Right,
know.
right, right.
And bro, listen. From the first collab, from the first conversation, you see what I'm saying that we had,
Mm,
bro. It's beautiful to find like-minded souls, especially
yeah,
upon the earth and in these days and times that we in now. So
absolutely.
basically, what I see is happening, and this is just my opinion, mind you. What I see is
Mhm.
happening is that it's a shift within the earth and within the spirituality of humanity where a lot of people are coming together and understanding that there is something more to this earth and to life than what we just, you know what I'm saying, run the rat race of trying to survive, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But my brother, you are definitely a chosen one, man. I was blessed to meet you. And blessings to the kids, blessings to your queen, moms,
Yeah,
and
man.
everybody. Um,
Appreciate it,
what what's been popping with CS Tribe, man?
man. Oh my gosh, yo, we got so much music that ain't been put out, and it's my fault.
Mm,
I'm not even gonna front, man. It is my fault. Uh, I already suffer with like so many things, man, but I fall off a lot, dude.
okay,
We'll like get plans and we'll start and then it's always me, man. It's like my like mind just goes somewhere else and I can't write,
right.
I can't perform, I can't record, I can't do nothing. And he is stuck waiting on me for months and months and months and we just like
Mm,
I don't know, man.
no,
But man, yeah, he is an amazing cousin. He is an amazing man. He is hell bent on like keeping Tribe rolling. So the music is steady flowing.
that's what's
Some
up.
songs is just him because
Right.
I just wasn't there. But all of it is under CS Tribe 319. There is no solo act within the group, you know. So if it's only me on the track or if it's only him on the track, it's gonna be CS Tribe 319. Um
Amen.
but yeah, man. We was gonna drop an album called uh Revelations. But
Okay.
we decided to go like a different route and just drop a few more singles. So that's what we're doing now. Um,
Mm,
the latest single that was just dropped and it's just stubs on it, but it's called Bloodline. Amazing
okay.
track, amazing track. I'm kind of mad I didn't send it to you, but it's a really good song. He freaking
Mm,
did his thing. I had nothing to actually do with that. Nothing. I had nothing to do with the beat, the lyrics, the
mm,
the artwork, the release day. Stubbs just took the ball and ran with it, man, and he did a great job.
that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Salute Jake Stubbs in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Nah.
sir.
How the fam? How the children?
Oh man, look here, man. I I got a 3 year old daughter and I have a 1 year old daughter, and
Right.
when I tell you that they keep me on my feet, and I'm not saying that in a cute way, bro. My daughters are rambunctious. They are rambunctious. They get into everything. They get man.
Okay.
You can't turn your head for a second. You can't try to go in the kitchen and friggin' make them a sandwich, and then like come back out and it's not something on the walls or like something broke or it's like something in their mouth or something like it's just wild, man. But they are my
That's
heart.
what's up.
They are my heart, man. I would take a bullet, a friggin' knife. I would go through the fire for my kids, man. I
Oh,
freaking love them to death. So yeah, man.
Oh, I think everybody got an understanding of that in the regulator, your regulator verse. You know, when we did the
Yes,
regulator remix, I think
yes,
you made that real clear inside that. Yes, sir. Yes, you did.
yeah, yeah, man.
Yes,
That's what's up,
yeah,
man.
you made it real clear. That's
I
what's up.
appreciate
So,
that.
so what you saying is, nephew don't help you at all with his little siblings.
Hold on, guys. Hold on now. Wait a minute, man. Your freaking nephew does a great job. Man, your nephew, my son Donovan, he is 17. And when I
Okay.
tell you, man, that he is working now, really. He just got a job. But man,
Oh, congratulations. Okay.
this thank you, man. Man, I am so proud of him. But he just I I wanna take credit because he's such a great kid, but I gotta give all the glory to God, man. That
Amen.
child is amazing, bro. He is amazing, man. He helps. He is making straight A's, and he is working,
Hmm.
and he is still having a life. Still trying to get the girlies. Still trying to wear the best clothes,
Right.
and still keeping A's. He ain't
Right.
trying to fall into nobody group. He is being his own man. I I freaking
That's
love him,
what's
man.
up. That's
But I gotta call him out, bro. He's still lazy. He's
what.
still lazy, man. He's still lazy, bro.
Hold
Ain't no
on.
front, man.
You done gave him all these accolades and Nobel Peace Prizes, man. He still got the one little flaw, bruh.
He still gotta take that
Yeah.
L, bro. You still gotta take
He
that
still
L,
got to take
man.
the L.
He's
Okay,
lazy,
okay,
bro.
nephew.
Yeah,
That's what's up, man. But look, bro, that's mad salute to you and your queen for being great parents.
I
So,
appreciate it.
and like you say, all glory to the Most High for sure.
Yes, sir.
Always. But, great parents and come, man. Because we don't, ain't no guidebook to it. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't. No, sir.
You end up being a great parent. That's a blessing and a half and a half.
Yeah, yes,
So
it is.
salute, right? Salute to you, salute to your
Thank
queen.
you.
I always say
Thank
this
you.
about about my empress. She's a beautiful mother. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
it's rare that you find that. So
Yeah,
that's what's
yeah.
up.
And bro, God bless her, because I know that y'all have been holding each other down for a long time. God bless her, man. Tell I said, hey.
Ah man, thank you. JP said, "Hey, baby." Hey, JP. She said, "Hey,
Hey,
JP." How
what's
you?
up, girl?
He said, "What's up, girl?" That's what's
Oh
up,
yeah.
man. What's next on the horizon for JP the Pompathilian outside of CS
Ah,
Tribe?
man. You know what, bro? I had a mind to make one last album,
Okay.
one last solo album, because I still have a lot of music that I haven't done. I got a lot of music with C-Mac. I've
Yeah.
been wanting to make more freaking music with you. Um, and like I've been meeting so many. I have met guys years ago, guys like Hobie One,
Oh,
freaking
that's my man.
Kofa.
Salute.
Yeah,
Yep.
oh my gosh, man, the freaking talent is crazy, man. KC, King Canada,
King Canada. Yep.
yeah, man, like the friggin' talent is there, and like you be hearing these guys' new tracks and things like that, and just hearing how they're progressing and coming up, and
Hmm.
but it's like I don't already told myself I'm done with that kind of music, but then it's like God, I need to talk to you for a second, man, because I'm like trying to, I'm like trying to stick my toe back in there, man, because it's just sounding too good, man. And and your godson, bro. Like if I come out with if I come out with another with the last solo album, it's only gonna be a
Hmm.
select few features, man. But you gotta be on it, bro. You gotta be
Oh
on
man, I'm there, bro. You know it. I'm honored.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for having me on your first album.
Oh yeah,
Um,
of course, man.
look, hey, that War Ready, man. That was was that was your second album? War Ready, your second album, right?
Yes, sir. You was on my first baby, man. 520.
520. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Real enough.
man.
Real enough. You tore it up too.
Ah, man, I thank you. I mean, and and like you say, in the aspect of progression, this underground, man, I love it, bro. Everybody
Yeah.
has progressed because I tell them in a minute, my SoundCloud, when I first started all this recording and everything, was whack as fuck.
Now, yeah.
I, and that's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just the truth of the
Yeah.
matter, So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
and you have to be, you have to understand your own craft to be able to accept that, everybody starts out, we got to learn, we got to progress.
Absolutely. Yes,
Even though
sir.
I have been, even though I have been entrenched in listening to hip hop for all the years that I have, my beginning in recording and everything, was just 5, 6, 7, let's say probably 7 years ago. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So in that time, and like you say, in meeting brothers like you, Lena, uh, Boss Lady, Lady Miz, Moolah Migs,
Mhm.
all the other brothers, and salute to C Mac,
Yeah.
all the other brothers and sisters that we done met in this underground and network with,
Mhm.
bruh, it's a plethora of
Plethora.
talent,
Yeah.
like you say, plethora,
Yeah. Yeah.
so your song, I want to talk about one
Lady
song
Meg.
real quick.
Lady. Yes,
Nah,
sir. Yes,
well,
sir.
yeah, yes, that's it. See that?
Oh, you
you
wild,
know,
man.
no, bro, I did not do that, bro. I want to talk about this one song you got, my brother, and
Okay.
I love
Okay.
the official video for actually two songs. One, "Mommy Dearest," which you dedicated to your mama.
Yes, sir.
Um, the other song you dedicated to your sister, your queen, and your sister. And
Yeah.
I think that's what my favorite. What was that? My number one.
Number one fan. Yes, sir.
My number one fan. Yeah, y'all.
Yeah.
Nah, my favorite is Home. Let's talk about
Oh, that's
Home,
what's
bruh.
up. Yeah. All
Let's
right.
talk about
Yeah,
Home
man.
because the
Thank you.
artist, the vocal artist you got on there, she did her thing. Love the hook,
Hmm.
love the concept.
Thank
What were
you.
you in when you sat down and actually when you wrote that and put that together?
I was ready to die when I
Oh
wrote
wow.
home. I was ready
Okay.
to go. Um, I was. I. I suffer with depression, uh, bipolar, and really bad anxiety and paranoia. And
Okay.
there, there is times in life when I get to an extreme low, and absolutely nothing helps. Not even writing.
Got you.
And but the beautiful thing about writing is that you can create a scene out of what you're thinking, and when you put
Hey
it
man.
on paper and you perform it, it's like on a beat. You can, if you pick the right beat, you gotta pick the right beat. If you like just like really love music and like you just ain't trying to piss something on the track, you gotta find that
Hmm.
right beat to complement those lyrics, or else that scene that you want, that scene that you need to see to make yourself
Hmm.
feel better is not
Right.
gonna happen.
Facts.
So I just came across that beat, man, and the beat alone, I haven't even put a word to it. The
Mm.
beat alone was just like taking me away, and like I could just put it on repeat and just lay there and just listen to it and just play and play and
Hmm.
play and just like go into another world and just be in peace. I love that beat. Um, so one day I like just randomly sat down and started writing verses. And I had a hook to it, but the hook was originally supposed to be a country singer, male country
Hmm.
singer was supposed to be on
Okay.
that hook. But the guy that I wanted to do it, because I don't even know if this guy can sing, but his
Oh.
voice is the voice that I wanted on that song.
Okay.
So I had approached him, and come to find out, he actually does sing and he plays the guitar, which was perfect. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but unfortunately, we couldn't make it happen, and I ran into Chelsea K at the liquor store, and
Okay.
and uh, and man, it was a wrap, man. I had ran it by her, and she was excited, man. And I had wrote her a hook, but she wanted to do her own thing, and I was like, absolutely. And she went in there,
Right.
man, and she took like
No,
2 3 days,
she
and
did
then
her
she came
thing.
back. Yeah, man, and
Yeah.
she really brought that song alive.
No, that's definitely a beautiful song, bro. And
Thank you,
I
bro.
get you, bro. Salute to you. I definitely understand what that depression is and what it do to you.
Yeah,
For you to still shit be here talking. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because
mm,
it get that deep, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
for you to
man.
have a strong family connection, a strong family understanding, and your spirituality, which keeps you strong, also, in which I've always admired that, bro. You no matter
Thank you.
what a motherfucker throw at you, you still go stand firm and strong on your salvation and your faith,
Yes,
and
sir.
that's what it's about. And you
Yes, sir.
still learn at the same time. So you're not
Right, right.
a type of individual that shuns away knowledge. You will stand on your foundation and learn what you need to learn and keep on going. If it fits with your
Yeah,
foundation, cool. If it don't, then you keep moving.
yeah,
And I love that about you, bro. Man, like I said, man, salute on that, bro. And thank you for sharing that. You see what I'm saying? Because it take a lot to even, you know what I'm saying, be vulnerable enough to say, hey, world, this is what I go through as an artist. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because a
yeah.
lot of us we keep that in, especially as males. You know what I'm saying? We keep things within because this is what we're taught. Like you back,
Right.
this is what we're taught to do as males. We
Yeah,
have to be aggressive. We taught we ain't don't cry. That's
mhm,
being weak, and
yeah,
so in all this shit that we're taught, all these misconceptions, and then the westernized psychology is not fit for
hmm,
the type of environment that we're raised in.
yeah. Exactly, exactly. You're absolutely right,
You
bro.
know, so I again, like I said, I applaud you for that, bro. And beautiful song. People go to
Thank you, man.
tell them where to find you first of all, and where your music at.
All right, so I am I am God first, and I'm sanity second. So I am not on social media at all. I am off
Gotcha.
of social media.
Okay.
So if you, yeah, so if you would like to find my music, you can go to YouTube and just type in JP the Pumpaphilian, J dot P dot the Pumpaphilian, or go to Spotify, same exact thing, and I will pop up. I have a lot of music out there by the grace of God, and just check me out. But as far as trying to follow me somewhere, I'm not on social media at all. I had to give it up.
Okay. Gotcha. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a website?
Nah, but I need one, man. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna like hire somebody or something to just make it. But
Hmm.
my brain, man.
The
Oh, that's
yeah.
love, man. Thank you,
That's
bro. That's
I was just
love.
about to say that's the man
Yeah,
right there.
that's
So
what's
after
up.
after the show, holla at King J. He get you together.
That's what's up, man. That's hey, man. Appreciate you, bro. That's love, man.
And if you want your own JP the Pompaphilian podcast, you understand? Hint, hint.
Hey,
Come on and join the nostalgic family.
yo, you my man say that, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear me talk, man. You all got that, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear me talk. Hey, but that's
Man,
like,
what, bro? You got a lot of knowledge. You got a lot of knowledge under your hat, bro. Your crown is many. I know. All right, I know. So We finna run to this commercial and y'all about to listen to a couple of hot joints from JP, the Pompafillion, the king of the Pompano. And we'll be back in a minute, y'all.
This is the Legion.
Everybody please take a dimmer. Awaiting the revolution the day before December. Nevertheless, we raise a fist to simple victory. To get to me, you better be ready to face a stampede. See me over here, then I'm over there. Travel through the lyrics that I'm sending, flavors in your head. Take it way back, toting oldies through my Betamax. Pointing at my brain, cause that's what I meant by Betamax. This beat it paint a picture of a stripper dipping, working on a pole, got the mole head stripping. I'm loving the applause, all this clapping got me feeling that I'm gonna be in my feelings until this young lady finish. Wrap it up. Let it marinate. Sit it down and let it marinate. Let it marinate.
Y'all know what time it is. Yeah.
Sit it down and let it marinate.
I'ma let this marinate. It's 2020 and this country still the same. Racism at an all-time high. Look at y'all leader. He ain't no president. All he do is play around on Twitter. So fuck him. Then throw a hissy fit just like a bitch when he can't get his way. I swear to God, if I had wings, I would fly away. Police still killing niggas on the news every day. And the coronavirus looking like it's here to stay. Still mixing lean in my soda to keep me sane until all this bullshit's over. And on top of that, a nigga really scared to go outside and see a cop. I might not make it back. Let that marinate.
Let it marinate. Sit it down and let it marinate. Let it marinate. Sit it down and let it marinate.
As a black man in my mental state, I refuse to let my enemy infiltrate. Take me to a place where I can't escape. And I refuse to let who hate proceed to seal my fate. God made me who I am, so I know I'm great. How they can try to take the food from off my plate. Wait, listen to my words before you conversate. Typo, I mean converse, so let me get it straight. I know you wish to take me out, but you can't. Most folks are just like you with the Twitter rant. Oh no, you do not scare me, so my bones don't shake. More stronger than what you thought, so I won't break. Let that marinate.
Let it marinate. Sit it down and let it marinate. Let it marinate. Sit it down and let it marinate. JP. Loyalty's the blood of a bond. Tell me different. Either you with me or against me, it's your decision. A ride or die alliance is hard to find. The science of a dying and divided heart is the mind. Follow me. Keep a distance from the faith. Annihilate a sucker, middle finger to the J. I know who my people are. They with me through the chaos. The broken and lonely souls and live and it's a payoff. So take off. Your eyes snitch, so say what your eyes meant. Don't come at me with hypocrite, no equivocal premise. I suffer demons' presence, they heckle me in my sleep. Saliva drip from their teeth while they wait for me in my dreams. I seek God, who else can I trust? I can count my friends on one hand, that's a must. A smile can be a gesture that changes your life permanently. Believe in a skit that's been written to home you comfortably.
Building your online business? Go to
I ain't here for the cameras.
Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up, let's rise up. Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up, let's rise up.
My mind might still be asleep. No peace till the hater's heart don't beat. Damn, what I gotta do to make G's? What we gotta do to be free? Hey, left his stain on me, engraved in me, so I pay no fee. Hate gon' change my life, I paid the price when I love a world I can't please. We got so far to go when you rape and kill and rob your own. See no queen, just soggy hoes, sell crack to a fiend to flash dough. Back though black won't go, no blue night gon' take my soul. Trust no pig, the grave is cold. Dropped out of school, but this I know. Bless my father, been through the worst, but still he follow. Made mistakes, but his love ain't hollow. Respect is due, and to you I marvel. Hate rock, my people sleep. Killing teens for a piece of weed. Feel the dreams, now will the schemes. Who's real? Everyone but me.
Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up, let's rise up. Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up, let's rise up. Fuck police brutality, we ain't having that no more. Cause we laying down you flat-foot pigs habitat. Let's go. Got these K's off in that trunk, bitch, we ready here. It's that power to the people, dog, we never fear. Got our people off in them foreign lands and they getting killed. Why do all the neighborhoods look like a damn battlefield? And fuck Donald Trump, dog, what's really real? Got our freedom fighters all caged up behind heavy steel. And fuck Baphomet, ho, he ain't the one illuminated. I'm sliding through with my scimitar, beheading all crusaders. I'm that Huey P and that resurrection of Malcolm X. Blood in my eyes, devils, not a test. Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up, let's rise up. Let's rise up, my people, let's rise up. Trying to divide us, my people, let's rise up. We stand out, they can't hide us, let's rise up. Let's rise up, let's rise up.
And dudes are killing us. Master salute. Welcome back, everybody. To just my bad. Master salute. Welcome back to Just a Conversation with your favorite Pharaoh, godson of Pharaoh, and we back in the building with JP, the Papa Phillian.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Yes, sir.
The King of Papa No. Go ahead, King. Anything you want to chop it up about, my brother? Because this is just a conversation. We ain't here to ask you 15,000 questions.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to chop it up about?
I want to chop it up about a subject that is extremely sensitive in the black community. But I want to talk
the
about
nigga word.
No, no, that ain't a sensitive subject. I don't like the motherfucking word. That ain't no damn sensitive stuff. Yeah, I don't know too many black folks that don't say that shit. No, man.
Let's go.
Oh my God, that was funny. Oh boy,
Let's
you
get
wild,
it, man.
Nah, man. So I wanted to talk about why we don't. I don't want to say
say it how you say it, brother.
I want to know why we hate each other, bro.
As far as Asiatic people,
that's the plainest way I can say it. I am talking about today's black man, right?
Okay.
And this is where I like get this from, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love I
Oh yeah.
love to show love to my people. Like
Amen.
when I come past someone, I like to speak,
Hmm.
things like that. I like to smile because I just want you to know, like, there's no hate here, bro. Be up, be up, be up, because I know how our track record is. So when I
Right.
pass a black man, if I pass a black woman, I like to smile. I like to speak because I just
Hmm.
want you to know there's no hate here. Like it's all love here. But
Right.
it about 7 times out of 10, when I pass by, approach, speak to, or come into contact with another black man, is it is almost like I'm the enemy, and I could never understand that. Now, like I was raised in church, right? Um,
Okay.
I had came up in a I came up in a church family, and
Okay.
so all of the people that I knew was like basically family or church family. So I never had to I never had to deal with that at home or at church, but I had to deal with it at school and on the block.
Hmm.
And
Right.
and like that was like as a kid. And then going into an
Okay.
adult, I had to learn more, or I just saw more. Like it only got worse. And I can I can understand the gang culture and everything like that, and like just like not knowing who to trust, not knowing who to mess with, all of that stuff. I totally get that, man. But it is like when you're at a Walmart and and I'm like with my freaking daughter or something, and I freaking speak like, "What's up?" and you just stare at me like I just shot your grandma. It's I just like think to
It's something
myself,
wrong with that.
yeah, like why does that always happen? Or like is it just me? Or like what? But it's like 7 times out of 10, it's like why don't my black brothers want me showing them love? And like I don't even want to get into the music because I totally feel like at the more the generations go on, the more they try to cling to a trend, and most of the trends that we set in our music, un, un, unfortunately, rap wise, is to be apart and not to be together. And like
Okay.
if you are talking about being together, uh, you ain't gonna hear that on the freaking radio, and you are um lucky to come across a song like that. And I know that's not our fault because we're not the ones running the radio
Right.
freaking airplanes and things like
You're
like
right.
like that. But it's like how do we fix that, man? Or like can we fix it?
I mean, yeah, we can fix it by teaching our grandchildren and our children not to do it.
Yeah,
Because right now, when you dealing with grown adults, either they're already set in their ways or their ego is already so high they don't want to get rid of it. So they
yeah,
go, you know what I'm saying? They go live life how they go live life regardless. I
yeah,
agree with you. Nah, you're not supposed to have your face toe up because a brother or sister say, "Hey, what's up? What up, dog? You know what I'm saying? How you doing today? You know." And
yeah.
every brother that speaks to a sister is not trying to holler at you. You know, we just
Right,
saying, "Hey, how you doing?" And we go keep it moving. The thing about it is, back in my
right.
day, and I know back in your mom's and your pop's day, we could do that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And it was all
Yeah,
right because
yeah.
it wasn't that type of tension. You know, it wasn't a bunch of it was mind you, it was bullshit going on. But it wasn't
Mhm.
the type
Yeah,
of bullshit that's going on a heavy scale today, where
right.
if a sister don't want to give you her number, she get killed. You see what I'm
Oh
saying?
man,
Or
yeah, bro.
if
Yeah,
a if
yeah.
a if a relationship mess up, somebody end up hurt or dead, or you know what I'm saying.
Mhm. Yeah.
Stuff can changed over the years, so I get what you're saying, bro. No, It's not supposed to be like that. But let's think.
Mm.
It was like that in Malcolm days. It was like that in Martin days. It was like that in
Yeah.
Prophet Drew Ali days. The thing
Hmm.
about that is the mentality. If the mentality doesn't change in the aspect of how people think about themselves, we're taught to
Yeah.
be niggas.
Yeah.
We're taught to be
Right.
bitches. We taught to be hoes. We
Hmm.
taught all this stuff because psychologically, from school to the streets to the home, we hear all this all day long.
Yeah. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you hear this type of shit every day, and you go, and let's get this understood. It's not just with Asiatic households. It's with
Nah.
Caucasian households too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even Caucasian families go through hell and high water trying to, raise their kids right and make sure they stay on the straight path and all this other stuff.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know, we know it's a lot of examples that do and a lot of examples that don't. And it's the same with our nation of people. With our nation of
Yeah.
people, though, the difference is we've been taught self-hate.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
Caucasian nation has not been taught to hate themselves. They've been taught to love themselves.
Right.
School, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Schools, churches, synagogues, or however, whatever
Hmm.
doctrine or institution, they have a whole different format of teaching.
Yeah.
Um, Finna bring in the king at large, brother Jason Dixon, my producer. Because, they was just talking about this on the earlier podcast. Shout out to Woody Wood, the CEO man. And they was chopping it up about the
Okay.
same thing, basically. And I was in the chat with it, with the, saying what I'm saying now, per se.
Yeah.
But the brother Jay, I know, this is type of
Yeah,
subject.
yeah,
Let's
you
get
know,
it,
you
Jay.
struck a nerve. You struck-
Hey, what the
so,
nerve? Okay, good.
yeah, you struck a nerve. But
I struck a nerve.
I
Oh boy.
understand. I understand when people say we've been taught to hate. I got it. Slavery, they taught us to hate each other in order to control us. I got
Exactly.
it. At what point do we take back that control? That's my
Yeah.
question. At what
No,
point do we stop using that excuse?
it's not an excuse.
It is
It's an
because
actual fundamental psychosis that
I
our
got
people
you,
suffer.
and I
It's a
understand that.
psychosis.
So,
It's
so
like
you
a
can
it's like
say,
in
so you can say everybody got PTSD because I can say because my granddad had it, then now I got it. Then my grandma had it, and now I got it. But at what point do you stand up and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk around and tell everybody hi. I'm gonna be nice to
Hmm.
everybody. At what point do
Yeah.
you just go around and say, I'm gonna look a man in his eye and say hello to him, regardless if he says hello back, I'm gonna do it. Because if I do it,
Right.
yeah,
my kids see me do it, so then they start
true.
doing it. Then all of a
I
sudden we
agree.
start changing that narrative. But what everybody
Yeah.
does is go back to, well, we were taught to hate ourselves. That's why we do this and do this. At some point, you got to kill the bad thing. And what we
I
haven't
agree.
done as a black group, as a community, every other race, because if you go to Asia, they can tell you stories about when they were slaves and when they were forced to hate each other.
True.
That's why you have the different Asian groups.
Right.
What you see them do is say, you know what, but I don't have to stay that way. And they
Right.
overcome.
Right.
You white people in Ireland, they were taught, poor white people was taught to beat up and hurt. Rich white people was taught to hurt poor white people. They
Hmm.
use them as indentured servants, but
Hmm.
yet they still learn to overcome it. They learn to get out here and say, I'm not going to be this way. So what is our problem?
Yeah.
That's what my question is. We the only ones that hold on to it. We hold on to things
Oh
so
man.
much that it becomes a crutch in our community. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Mm.
But that's how deep the psychosis is, bro. Look, if you have no, look, listen. It's just like it's just like taking two children. Neither one of these children know anything about violence or anything at this stage because they still in the innocent stage. Bam. Put them in a room together. Some way, form, or fashion. Either they go get along or they go what?
Fight.
Not get along.
They gonna fight.
Right.
They gonna
Yeah.
exactly not get along. Now, that's due to humanity. That's due to some type of secret and hidden code in the mechanism of
That's
how
not.
humanity
That's
thinks.
due to if you put me and you in the same room for more than 30 days, we gonna fight. You know why? Because I'm
I
in
didn't even
your
give a
room.
time range,
Because I'm telling
and
you
that's
right
not
now,
true. That's
if
not
you
true because
put
I've been in
me
the
and
cell
another
with I've
person,
been in the cell with a roommate over 30 days and never had a problem with the
but
brother.
I'm just saying, but that's because both you guys made a decision not to. That's the point I'm getting to.
Yeah.
You just
Okay.
proved my point. Y'all both made a decision that you were gonna cohabitate, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah, because
when
you ain't
you
had no
use
choice.
that scenario as two kids and you put them in a room, if they don't make the choice, if they never make the choice to fight, then they're never going to fight. If they make the choice to say, "Hey, we got to work together because we're in this room," then we're going to work together. The problem
Mm.
That's
is
true.
that we've been living off the fact that, and when I keep saying, when are we going to change that thought process? Because it may be deep rooted, but goddamn, how long are you going to let it stay deeply rooted? When are you going to tell your
I
kid? Because you know how my dad
you
changed
right.
that? You know my history from just us, our
Right.
private conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dad made us say hello and yes, sir, and yes, ma'am to
Yes,
everybody.
ma'am. Yep.
He wanted to break that. So when even today, when I'm out and about, I don't care if you don't speak back to me. When I walk past you, I'm gonna say good morning, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
Right.
because
Right.
I don't care if you speak back.
Facts. I do the same thing. I
I
was
need to
raised
work
like
on
that
that,
because
bro.
we were raised with manners. Right. We were raised with manners on,
Right.
yeah, being
So that
respectful,
has
et
nothing to
cetera,
do
et
with.
cetera.
So when you ask the question, JP, why do we hate ourselves? He's right. We were taught to do that. But at this point in time, I don't think
It
that's the
doesn't have to stay.
I think that the problem is, I don't think that that is the problem anymore. I think we hate ourselves because when we see somebody doing what we know that we can do, that's where the hate comes from. When you
Oh
see
wow.
somebody that you
Wow.
say, hey,
Wow.
I like real talk, and I see it more and more
I
now that
mean,
I'm helping people build their business. When you see
mm-hmm.
somebody, say two people
Mm,
coming to the table with the same idea, but
Right.
this person,
yeah.
come they want to create their own clothing line. But this person does everything to do that, and this person is sitting back waiting on somebody to give them a helping hand. Then this person is gonna hate that person. Because not
Mm.
because I just hate you, it's because I'm watching you do what I know I'm capable of doing, but I don't understand how you got there.
Oh wow,
I can I
man.
can I
Yeah.
can I can I can I can add you can add that in. I'm
I
definitely
can see
because
that.
wars
Yeah.
have been started over that. You're right.
Yeah.
Jealousy,
Yeah.
envy, of course. Now, there is accountability. I agree with you.
That it is. Yes, sir.
That and this is what King Jason is speaking about, the accountability and the responsibility of an individual soul to make a choice to say, okay, I'm finna stop thinking this way because it doesn't benefit. Or I'm
Right.
finna stop acting like this because it's not suitable or it's not conducive to my integrity, morals, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Now, ego, which I was finna get into also, which has
Mm.
nothing to do
Oh
with
yeah.
class, race, or anything of that nature.
Right.
When an individual deals with ego, and this is what I'm talking about the psychological psychosis of our nation of people, our
Mhm.
egos have been damaged so much to the point because all the ego want to do is survive and do what the fuck it want to do no matter what.
Mhm.
And if we listen to that ego, then we gonna be doing chaotic dumb shit and being in chaotic dumb lifestyles all our life until we go to the grave.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And I agree with
I
you.
agree a solution is to get rid of the ego. But don't nobody
But
want to listen to that.
let me say
Ain't
that.
nobody
Let me
gonna
say
want to
this.
get rid of their ego.
Right,
No.
because we're taught, hold
Yeah.
on, because now you can't blame this on race and you can't blame this on people because we're taught as kids to be our better
Yeah.
self. We're
Yeah.
taught as kids to be great. So when I
Hmm.
tell people all the time, it's not as much ego as it is narcissistic value. That's a
Mm.
different thing. I can have an ego and still be humble.
Yeah.
I can say
Yeah.
I'm confident
What's
because
it, what?
I do it right now. I'm confident in my business, but when you get to know me personally, I'll jump through hoops for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
But when people meet me in a business atmosphere, they
What's
mistake my
your definition of
confidence.
ego then?
So ego is when you say I have an ego, that or a person has an ego to me, that's just saying that they're confident, they're overly confident about something that they have. Because yes, but when you say a narcissist, that means I took my ego and I added my attitude to it. And
Oh,
those
wow.
two
Yeah.
things is
Okay.
what
Yeah.
makes that narcissist who they are. When I have an ego, don't confuse that because I'm confident with myself that I'm not humble.
Mm. I
Okay.
can understand that,
Now,
but now
my
there is some
my
people that
understanding.
feel bad with
Go
the
ahead, Kevin.
ego.
I'm sorry. Whichever one of y'all, I'm done.
No, go
Yeah.
ahead, JP.
Uh, and I want to stick to that point, guys. But my son was always taught to be himself. Oh,
Okay.
and when he started going to school, and this might be a bias, and I freaking might sound extremely bad about this, but I personally think if he went to a more dominant white school, he would not have gone through the bullying that he
BS.
went through for that specific thing. For that specific thing. Um, but going
Mm-hmm.
to the schools that he was going to, I have always taught him, be yourself, dress how you want to dress. Don't worry about what people say about you. Find yourself. So my son dressed a
Right.
certain way, and he smiled, he laughed, he was a happy child. He was trying to be friends with everybody, and he went through hell at all them schools that he freaking went to, which was predominantly black. They
Mm-hmm.
took my son through hell until he came to me one day and said, "Dad, I want to dress differently, and I want to wear different shoes." Because I don't think my classmates and the people that I'm going to school with like how I dress. I think that's why they won't leave me alone. And I had told my son, I was like, son, I'm not gonna buy you new shoes and new clothes for that reason. Like you
Right.
are just gonna have to handle this, man. Like if it gets like into like a physical way, then I'm gonna intervene. But you got to speak up. Like you just can't let people talk
Right.
about you. But but
True.
that is besides the point. The whole thing was my son was completely different than who he is now, and
Mm-hmm.
who he is now, he has to dress a certain way. He has to wear shoes, and he's so worried about his appearance and about how he is going to be seen, or if he's
Love
going to be
y'all.
accepted, or if he's going to be liked, or if he's going to be accepted into this
And
these.
and with that
See,
being said,
And that's sad because society has that going on, and that's
it's not
society's fault.
society. It's not society. It's more our community. It's more us. Because
yeah,
I
he
No,
went
he
because
from
went
it
to
a
goes
those
black
on.
mostly black schools.
I went from
Yeah,
a black school to a white school, and I saw a complete did like what you said. Your son had he went to an all predominantly white school, they would have been like, "Hey, you're cool." Yes, they do bully. I'm not saying they don't. Yes, they
yeah,
do
Exactly.
talk about the
yeah,
kids that they think are below them. They do the
Right.
exact same thing. The problem is in
Exactly.
our schools, we have a
It's
tendency
more extreme.
Yes, we have a tendency to more focus that on each other because I remember when I grew up, we used to talk about those that didn't have great shoes. If you wore Pro
Yeah.
Rangers, we talking about you. We
yeah,
didn't, and like, but I
Yeah.
understand it now that I'm older. Like, hold on, because when I went from the black school, my foster family adopted me, and I went to the white school, and I could wear whatever
mhm,
I want. I went to school in my pajamas plenty of time, and they never said
yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because half the time they was in there. That's
Because
why I
they
dress
was.
the
I
way
was
I
just
dress.
about to say that they was in pajamas they damn selves.
And I tell people all the time,
Yeah,
we put
yeah,
we have been trained to put an endorsement on people's brands because we have been
Mm-hmm.
trained to care about them. I tell y'all all the time in our little meetings. Man, I used to I was a director of marketing for Verizon. My CEO used to come in and freaking like he just came from the beach.
Wow.
But yet they
Wow.
make us wear suits. But yet
Mm-hmm.
they
Right.
make us dress in fashion. They make us have to go buy the Michael Kors if we want to fit in. It's because
Wow.
they're now that's where I talk about the slave mentality still being there, is because
Right.
they trained us to go in and look at these
Mm.
brands and value them more than just saying, hey, I'm grateful to have something to wear.
Exactly. That's
Exactly.
why I
Yes,
say it's
sir.
society's
Exactly.
fault. When I listen, King, when I say anytime you hear me say it's society's fault or it's been something in the system that's been trained, that's what I mean. Because it's the mentality of society where we put a value, they have us put a value on Gucci. We put a value on a Gucci suit to say, okay,
Mm-hmm.
$5,000. Who the fuck got $5,000 just to blow on a Gucci suit when it's a pair of
You got it.
pants and a
Yeah.
blazer? I'm just
That is
saying
it, man.
I'm talking about the mentality that people will do that. Somebody
Yeah,
will
Yeah.
go shell out five
but
thousand
that's why.
dollars for a
But
Gucci suit.
agree with me or disagree with me. That's why I'm teaching my team to build your own brands. You want to wear
Mm.
Gotcha.
something with value? Value your own brand. Go design your own
Yeah.
shoes. I got the
Exactly.
systems.
That's
You
true.
want to
Yeah,
wear
Exactly.
man.
clothes.
Yep.
I got the
Yep.
systems, and you don't even have to put the stuff in your closet. Just design your stuff, buy your
Yep.
stuff, wear your
Yep.
stuff. And when people ask you where to get it at, now you got
You
your,
tell them where
hey,
to get it.
here's my link.
Mm.
Come order my clothes.
Exactly.
Wow. That's what's up. Yep.
Exactly.
If we want to change that dynamic, we can't keep blaming it on society. We have to say, what are you doing to change it? My sons used to tell
Gotcha.
me all the time they wanted Jordans. You think I got 4 boys. I had my first child at 16.
Mm.
None of my kids got Jordans so they could afford to pay for it. Because I'd rather
Yeah.
put
Right.
that money in your bank account. I'd rather put that money on your college. I'd rather
I
put
can
that
do that.
money into getting you your first car at 16. I never had a pair of Jordan until I started. Well, I played basketball, so of course, the teams got it. But I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
even have a pair of Jordans now. I just
Right.
bought my first. I'm 49, and I just got my first pair of Nikes this year. My wife
Oh my God. Wow.
Oh,
That is
I wear
impressive, bro.
Nikes. I
That
wear
is
Nikes.
yeah.
I ain't never had a pair of Jordans though. I can't
Oh
stand them.
wow.
I'd never buy a pair of J's
and she will
ever.
tell
I
you
got
it took
that's
everything in me
wow.
to pay for the Nikes I got, but it's because we were coming to Dallas and I was introducing her to my team and she wanted me to look this way and she was this way. It's her first time, so I'm gonna go with
Right.
you. But when I
Right.
tell you I
Yeah.
barely put those Nikes on, I got my own gray shoes. They just plain old, they look like Converses that I wear most of the
Yep.
time.
Yep. Yep.
I got the
Me and
brands
my
that
husband.
I wear. I wear mostly my clothes, as you can see, that represent
Hmm.
what
Oh,
I want to
that's what's
represent.
up.
Oh, it says
I'm
Yeah.
still
Negro.
waiting on my jogging suit. I'm still
I
waiting on my
got you.
jogging suit.
It says Negro black man, and then on the back is no. It says Negro black man is what they call us, and on the
Yeah.
back
Hmm.
it says, but sir is what I answer to.
Yo,
Exactly.
I want that shirt, bro. How much is it, man? 'Cause how
I
much is
haven't
on the
got it.
shirt
It's
then?
not out yet. This is a prototype because they wanted me to
All
see
right.
how the cotton is. The letters still aren't the way I want it, so I'll have them
Ah.
out by June. I'm still working with my
Okay.
manufacturer to make sure that I get this because I really wanted it on a sweatsuit. They just wanted me to find the material. I
Oh,
really,
all
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
really wanted a sweatsuit because I'm from up north, and up north we mainly wear sweatsuits. I don't give a fuck if it's 100 degrees outside. We're
Right.
gonna throw
Hey, the whole day.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right. I gotta
so
have my hoodie on. Right.
but
Yeah, man.
those are the things that I try to talk to people about on all of our shows when y'all bring me on. Like, yes, we know. Here's the thing. I guess I just get tired of hearing that we were slaves, hearing
Yeah.
that there's a problem in
Gotcha.
society. But when you talk about people doing something, name anybody that stood up. We have a lot of billionaires and millionaires in the black culture.
Hmm.
But name one of them that stood up and said, you know what? I'm going to go out and help 100,000 families actually clean up their
Come
credit,
on now.
giving them
Exactly.
rent-free housing. Because like
Oh
you heard me
wow,
Right.
say on
man!
earlier
I ain't heard one yet.
I just told it on the earlier show. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
said, hey, I'm going to go buy 300 room apartment buildings and I'm going to create a program to where you can live in this apartment space, build your credit. We ain't going to charge you rent because rent is your biggest budget here in America. Rent is
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
you struggle. If you
Yeah.
didn't have to pay rent, you wouldn't even worry about it. You wouldn't
Exactly.
struggle. If
Wow.
somebody took that away from you and said, but in the year that you do this, you got to pay your credit, pay your bills. You got a year to get your credit straight. You got to come to a credit class in our building that we offer to you for free to help you pay off this debt. You have to put a percentage of your second check that you get into a savings account that you cannot touch till you move out of here.
Wow. That's what's up.
That's how you help a community. But everybody wants to run around and say, well, I
Wow.
got some apartments and I went to the government and they gave us income prorated. That's not help. You get a tax break for
That
that.
ain't.
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
That's it. Right. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Wow.
you got to think though, Kane. Everybody is not privy to that info. You know what I'm saying? And I listen. The upbringing, how you became where you are now, all success, all success stories.
Yeah.
The thing about that is every Asiatic child, teenager, young adult is not gonna get that type of, you know what I'm saying, upbringing that you got.
Mm.
Or anybody that
Yeah.
has been blessed. I was adopted by my great aunt. I didn't get that because she wasn't on that level.
I
She
didn't,
was just
bro.
a retired banker.
Nobody taught me this. When I tell you, nobody taught what. You know everything that I know about business. People say that about me all the time. So let me clear the air. I
Okay.
know everything I know about business by selling drugs.
Mm.
Yeah, because that's corporate business anyway.
That's a good way to
I
learn.
learned
Yeah.
how to say, hey, you want to be my best friend and we're going to sell this together. We're going to eat together. I'm going to share all the wealth with you. I'm not going to make 1,000 and you only make 200. If I make
Wow.
1,000, you got 5 and I got 5. If I make 100,000, we splitting that periodically. As I moved
Mm-hmm.
up and got bigger and bigger, I started helping people. Hey, you want to go to school? Great. Go to trade school. Let's buy this barbershop. You don't want to do this? Let's go. The same way you see me building nostalgic. I didn't come to nobody and say, put your money in and we all can do this. I said, get your show
Mm.
together and get on the freaking air. I don't need your money. I need to build the brand.
Wow.
Right.
That's
If
yeah.
we all
Yeah.
work like that, then we win like that. But what happens is the mentality of us over the years since, and I'm not going to say slavery, since they introduced crack cocaine to our neighborhoods
Sure.
has been
Yeah.
money.
Crack,
Yeah.
Everybody has been
heroin, all
on
that.
money.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Everybody has been on. I got to get this dollar, and what they did was take us away. That's why when you keep going back to slavery, I'm like, no, it was during this time because if you think about what I'm about ready to say, before heroin and crack was introduced to our neighborhoods, we were thriving. We were,
We were
Yeah.
even though we
thriving.
Black
were
Wall
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
even
All that.
I'm
Yeah.
not even talking about Black Wall Street. I'm just talking a regular community. We
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
were striving. We valued
Yeah.
home. We valued
Yep.
family. We might have been
Family.
separated from their asses. We might have been
Yeah.
living in what looked like the shittiest part of town, but we were
Right.
striving. They were opening
Yeah.
banks. They were opening up restaurants.
Look,
They were opening up
we
stuff
had
like that.
exactly. We
Yep.
had
In the
unity.
30s and 40s and 50s. Yeah.
So
We
that's
had
why I
we.
keep saying you can't take it back to the slavery mentality because we were striving. What they did was say, let me throw this. Hey, they want money. Let's show them how to get this money.
Mm.
I put a
Mm,
video on
Yeah.
my page where it talks about, hey, I remember when a crate was dropped off in our neighborhood. Nobody knew who the van was. Nobody knew who it was. They cracked the crate open. There were some items in there. Those people that took the
mm,
items, figured out what it was, went, and everybody, by the end of the video, it talks about how now the people who looked out for the neighborhood is only looking out for themselves and homeless on the streets. That's how they did us. So
Wow.
right.
now it makes sense that only our kids, all they care about is money. Because first they broke us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they took away our element of self economics.
Yeah.
They took
Yeah.
away our barter system. You know what I'm saying? I'm a plumber, King J electrician, you a carpenter. We all build each other houses, and then you know what I'm saying. They keep it. They took all that away. They
Mm-hmm.
wanted
Yeah.
us. So when JP asked about why do we hate ourselves or why do we hate each other, et cetera, all that's part of that taking away. All that
Mm.
is part of that
Right.
taking away.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But when you said it comes from the only thing I'm saying no to is we have to stop talking that the things we are in today has anything to do with the slave mentality because it doesn't. What we are
Mm.
into
No,
today
no.
is
Let me explain slave mentality real quick, because I agree with what you're saying as far as taking it way back to chattel slavery and all them days, and I agree
Yeah.
with that. Yeah, because that right now that ain't got shit to do with this. The slave mentality is us as a people being taught to be consumers instead of generators. The
right.
slave
Mm.
mentality is where we're taught to be workers instead of employers. You
But
see what I'm
okay, so
saying? This is
I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. I play in the
let's
NBA. I
get it.
make over $600 billion, $600 million a year. Am I still a
Hmm.
slave?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell, you
Absolutely.
one of the biggest. You one of the hello my baby, hello my darling.
You're
Come
running for
on,
master now.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
I
You
play
was running for master.
I play on an NFL team, but because I make this much money, everybody looks at in my community look at me as great.
But
But at the end of
truthfully,
the day, I still get a check written by the boss man.
Yeah.
exactly. You still got
Yeah.
to answer to somebody because
Yeah.
And
you're
Yeah.
only
still an
hey,
employee.
and here's another
Mm-hmm.
twist. Only a handful of the house niggas get to stay part of the league once you retire.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
Come
You
on
said
now.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why? Why?
But yet our
Can I?
community push our kids into this because of what I said. We all are always looking at the money.
The
The
Mm.
money.
reason why,
Chasing.
hey,
Chasing
the,
instead of generating.
Yeah.
the reason why I
Yes.
said the reason why I said this was because look at what they're doing in college as far as the NIL deal. They're messing these
Hmm.
kids up and don't even understand how they messing them up.
Wow.
True.
Because
Wow.
now
Facts.
you have kids that are sitting back and honestly saying, I ain't got to, I can go to college, but because my name is big and who I am is big, if I get drafted, I'm not. If I don't, I do. If I do this, I do. But I still get this $1 million from the college. So let me stay in college.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's what I try to tell these so-called influencers and these so-called people. It's great to be an influencer if you understand how to make your money work for you. But if you're just an
Yeah.
influencer on TikTok dancing all day, when you die, I don't care how much you try to teach your kids this. I don't care how much you think you're bringing your kids into this. Look at the dude named Bryce, the Bryce kid, where his dad
Mm.
died of colon cancer. Yes, he was
Hmm.
doing great when it was, they call the Inky Boys. He was doing
Okay.
great and awesome as long as him and his dad was a team because his dad built
Mm.
the platform, built him up. Now he's kind of fallen off. So now they're replaying videos of him and his dad because you can't
Wow.
sustain the chemistry that
Wow.
I brought.
Because that
Yeah.
half is gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You got us so crazy ass people over here talking about don't go get a college degree. You don't need a college degree. I'm like, but if you live in the world of Caesar, like the Bible say, whether you believe it or not, it says, give unto Caesar what is Caesar.
Yep.
When you
Yep.
play in this realm, on this planet, on what they talk about, that degree means more than you just going on YouTube and learning to Google something.
Yeah. Yeah. Need them papers, man. It's real.
I
Yeah,
just
Need them papers in America.
told somebody the other day,
it
you talking about, well, I got a Google certificate that I'm SEO certified. I said, okay, if we went after the same job and I tell them that I actually went to a college that taught me real life aspects of SEO, and you got a
that
certificate,
Google ain't gonna mean shit.
ain't gonna
Nope,
mean nothing.
not a
Right.
thing.
It's
I'm
not.
gonna be I'm gonna
I
be your boss, and you gonna be down below working under me with that SEO certificate.
Mhm.
but now let's deal with that catch 22 because and granted there are a lot of benefits in getting a college degree.
And it is.
Yeah,
Even if you want a student loan, I agree. Now let's look at the
right.
student, the college students that graduated, they got degrees that's still working at Mickey D's
I got that.
because
Oh
they
man.
went into they went into a career choice that really wasn't what they supposed to have been following. See, there's no
Mhm.
guidelines to say, okay, because okay, I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a poet, et cetera, et cetera. So why would I go to college and take up technical engineering?
Yeah, it's
I'm
it is
supposed
not a
to go into
pathway, so it's hard. Yeah,
I'm supposed to go into college to take something creative writing,
But you,
English, et
so
cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's going to excel my natural talent.
but
They
can I
don't
yeah.
say
teach
That's what
something?
these
I missed
children
out
this.
on.
They
But
don't
can I
teach
say
the
something?
children this in high school.
Can I say something to you though? Most of the people
Always,
who
brother.
got their college degrees that are working at a McDonald's, at a Mickey D's, at those places is because they were former athletes who were just working on a degree to make sure they passed to play the sport. Like that's the back
Oh
end that
man,
most people don't talk about.
dang,
Because I went in with an even though I
dang.
played basketball, I went in knowing what I wanted to do.
Hmm.
So every CEO that you know in America has a political science degree. When I found that out, that was my goal. You know
Wow.
why?
All right.
Because a political science degree encompasses every other degree
Mm.
program.
Interesting.
Okay, and that's
So
crazy.
Okay.
And it's political science, though.
and most people who have a poli sci degree, they end up either becoming a lawyer, a judge, work for some kind of law firm or law enforcement, which
Hmm.
dictates which if you pay attention, it dictates most of our country.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is yeah. Tell me about
So
it. And that's why
coming
the
out with
system's
that
so fucked
degree
up.
means that I can market and I can work in any field. So when I came out and Nextel hired me in telecom, they looked at that poli sci degree and said, "Oh yes, he's going to be able to learn what we need him to learn." And I
Wow.
quickly
Gotcha.
jumped in and moved up and moved up. So then when I tell people, now I've been in telecom since we was carrying around those big bag phones.
Right.
Wow. All
Yeah, you
right.
know, yeah. Yeah. Facts.
So when the
Wow.
phone that you put against your head was this long,
Hmm. Yeah.
God.
With the cord.
Yeah.
hey,
Who is
and
the
even
boy,
hey with the antenna,
bro?
Right. With the antenna.
just
You
you
Hey.
definitely
walking
pulling
around
the
like
antenna
this.
out.
Hey, I got a picture. I got a picture in my godson's house because he had a balloon one, and I got. I said, "This is how
Uh,
our phones used to look." But you millennials won't know nothing
Wow.
about. You Gen Z
Hold
don't
on.
know nothing about this. That phone was that
right.
big against our head. If we didn't catch brain cancer then, we ain't catching it now.
That's
God,
facts.
bro, man.
No, that
That-
and that bag was heavy as fuck too.
Right.
wow. I don't know, man. That's crazy.
But you see what I'm saying? That's where we have to start taking back our common sense. We have to start
Right.
getting back in and saying, hey, it's okay to be mad about what they did to us, but at some point we got to stop talking about it. Somebody has to sit back with a group of young people and say, look, but what if I gave you $1 million right now? What would you do?
Mm.
Uh,
Do
I have
y'all
heard some
don't
crazy
know the
things.
answer to that? Half of them
Yeah.
motherfuckers will be out there with a boat, a yacht, a car. Nobody think
Man,
about.
And
come
see the
on.
money phone. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
Hey,
told you this. Go ahead.
it'll be Dave Chappelle's skit if blacks got reparations. I'm rich, bitch. Nigga falling up
Oh,
with the Newport truck.
oh my gosh, man. Dave
Hey,
Chappelle
Come
was on
on.
something, bro.
I'm being
Dave was
so
Come
on
serious.
on.
something.
They
I
giving it
go
all
through that
back.
right now. When people call
Yeah,
me
they
for investment, they call me when they call and I go through these meetings because they're trying to get at my investment firm for investments. They halfway come with any kind of they think I'm just gonna get on here and be like, yeah, we about to give you $30 million. And then when I tell them, no, that's not the process, bro. We're not giving you 30 million nothing. We're gonna put this if we agree to the deal, we go through a due diligence process, we put the money in escrow, and you gotta show us every time you need the money dispersed, how much needs to be dispersed. You know why they
right,
look at it like that? Because they're used to these drug dealer investors that give them all the money up front. And then they get to go buy them a car. That's why when they got the
Oh,
PPP loans, that's why niggas was going to jail because no, you
oh
weren't.
man.
You know,
oh
Yo.
man,
hey, I got a homeboy
what?
right now. I got a homeboy right now in Dallas. I got a homeboy right now in Dallas. His mom house right in the motherfucker. You wouldn't want to walk in that bitch. You wouldn't want to do nothing in that hole. Roaches to the ceiling. He still lives there. But if you go in the front of his
What?
yard, there's 2 Cadillac Escalades. There's like
No, man.
Oh, that's crazy. I'll be sleeping in the Escalades.
I was sleeping in the Escalade, bro. I was sleeping in the front of the house, bro. Yeah. No, ain't no way.
That's crazy.
I don't paid
And
my
that's his
dues with the
mom's
roaches, man.
crib.
I'm done with the roaches. Yeah,
But
man.
no,
hey,
bro, that's his mom's crib. That's crazy. You
Yeah.
done got all this. You done got all this so-called free money, and you don't even buy your mama a crib.
Yeah. You fix it up or nothing.
That's
You know, I
but
ain't.
but that's but it's that mentality. It's that mentality. See, we have to change the way we think, and don't nobody want to do
Yeah.
that. Don't nobody want to get rid of their ego. And I
Bro,
say
that's why
ego
I write the way I write. Because I want people to think.
exactly. Think about what the fuck we live in. It's like,
Mhm.
and when I say ego, let me clear this up, and that's just also for the masses. When I say ego, I'm focusing on the lower self and the higher self. And my lessons of spirituality, the lower self is hatred, murder, theft, anything that harms. The ego, when it deals with attitudes, when it deals with psychological traumas, and it moves toward negative energies. This is what I
yes,
mean ego. When it's
yes.
being negative. You see what I'm saying? That's your lower self. That's that telling you to go ahead and slap the shit out of dog when you really don't have to slap the shit out of dog. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As an example. So higher self is just love, justice, mercy, love, and right. Everything that's positive, everything that moves toward inner peace, your salvation. And this is what America claims to be a Christianized country. America, the corporation, is nothing but business and don't give a fuck about spirituality.
I,
Everybody should
hey,
know that.
you act like that's something new, bro. I said that the minute they separated church and state, we understood that.
Yeah, yeah. But see, a lot of people don't think that. Listen, there are so many people in this country that's blind, deaf, and dumb. It's shame.
Yeah.
And those that do know,
Why?
those that do
We got a
know
guest. Who
want to
cussing?
keep us blind,
We got
deaf,
a
and
kid
dumb.
in the house. We
Ah,
got
there
a
she
guest.
go. That's one of them.
So, hey, mom, I say hi. I'm
Hi.
sorry, y'all. She want to
No, it's
No,
cool. What's
you
up,
good.
niece?
So,
say hi,
but
mom.
that's why I'm saying at the end of the day, you have to look at that. You have to pay attention to those things because
Yes,
when they separated church and state, that was a strategic move to say now we can move down the road that we wanted to go. People get mad at me because
exactly.
when I say things like, "Hey, Obama is the reason why we got this alphabet people problem," and
That's
everybody's
true.
like, and I'm like, and I don't mean nothing by it. I ain't disrespecting. I got nieces, nephews. I love you guys, but my
Right.
point is that now it's so public that little kids are paying attention.
It's
Nobody's.
taking away the masculinity of our men.
That's all
Yes.
I'm trying to say.
Yes. Right. Right.
It's a repeat of Sodom and Gomorrah, the modern Babylon. I'm finna drop a. Oof. I got a
Oh,
song I
oh,
done wrote,
oh.
man. It's called Modern Babylon. It's gonna be a collaboration with the King SJ6. But I'm talking
That's
about
what's
all
up.
that
But
because
that's the
it,
thing
if
that I talk about the most is that they are making it to where not just all men. Stop acting like they're doing this to every race. Other races
Yeah.
are making choices. We as black men, they are specifically geared up to come after us.
yeah,
They're geared up. I
yeah,
tell everybody all the time. Do you remember when the women's movement, the black women's movement really took effect? It wasn't until Obama came into office. All of a sudden it was black power, black women's power. You saw every group dealing with women, but let you try to
yeah,
create a men's group or a men's group to help little boys, they were like, oh, we ain't got no funding for you.
yeah. They don't want that.
Even, even
They
now in
don't want
business,
warriors.
yeah,
No,
even now
They
in
don't.
business, you can go,
Yeah,
your wife, AJB, I'm gonna tell you right now, your wife could go get a business loan right now with no business, and they
at
gonna
all.
give it to her. She
Man, I
need a
be
what?
trying
business.
to tell the Empress that.
I'm
Yes,
telling you right now.
bro. Yes.
Don't tell her that, dog. What?
I'm telling you.
Don't tell her
No,
that.
JP for
You
bro.
can go
I
file
be
for
trying.
LLC. She can go file for LLC tomorrow. Open
Yeah.
up an account, and then somebody on the internet gonna call her up and say, "Hey, we want to give you money."
Wow. What?
I
Bro,
promise you.
What?
And she ain't sold a
What?
product yet.
bro.
What's the catch though?
Because
That so like
they
that has to be a
the,
catch, man.
It's not.
this is the catch. This is
It's
the
about the
catch.
women empowerment movement.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
oh,
want to, and it's a catch 22 also. Surface public wise, they want it to look like the women are coming back into power. Now, let's
ah,
remember, flashback in history to when suffrage rights and all this other stuff for women had to come into effect in the
yeah,
20s and the 30s and the 40s and stuff. Now they want to act like the women have more power just so they can take it
mm,
away from the male, the Asiatic male, not the
wow,
Caucasian male, the
right,
Asiatic
right,
male. So they will give the power to the woman, just like in. And I know the brothers say he don't like to talk about slavery days, but back in the big house, what they do with the women, they let the sister come in, take care of the children, do all that.
yeah.
They tore her ass up in the field.
I
It was
agree.
a
Hold on,
reason for that,
man.
hundred
and
percent.
it still goes on today. It's just in a
Yeah,
different format.
That's why it makes sense. That's why I'm telling you. It's in a format of if you tell your wife right now start a business, she gonna have grants available for her, loans available for her,
Yeah,
all that. It's gonna be women's group
man,
to hit her up and be like, "Hey, come join the
everything.
women's group."
I love you.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
you. Go
That
ahead.
feminism,
Knock on the
and
door.
don't get me wrong now. And I'll be
Oh,
the first to always say the woman is the universe. The woman is the first creator. Anybody else can say whatever they want to say about that because truthfully, when we self-create in the womb, everybody is a woman until that chromosome kick in and say, "Hey, we want you to be a man." Other than that, it's all about the woman, the feminine entity
But it's
upon
not
the
though.
earth.
That's the one thing I've been wanting to debate with you on because
No, no.
the sack, the sack that
Technically,
you're
go ahead.
the sack that your baby rests in the whole time is in the mother's womb comes from you. That's why it dictates what. That's why you get that extra chromosome. That whole sac has been proven to be this casing of which the father. That's why we say the father is the
I
protector.
didn't know that.
That's why we
I
say.
Wow.
agree with that. I totally agree with that.
So I
You're
don't.
right.
I
That's why I
learned
don't.
something. That's
You
what's up.
you right. You are right, brother. At the same time, genetically wise, that genetic code, every embryo starts female. Until, like you
It
say,
actually
that
starts out
protective
neutral.
sac, that protective sac moves in to say, hey, you go be male or you just stay female.
We
Bro,
all
I
But
have.
think
you're
God is
right.
the one that determines male and female, man. But
You said what?
that's just me.
You said
I
what?
I feel like it's God
Yeah, I'm with you.
determines who is
I'm
a
with you on that.
female and female
It is.
before the world was
It,
formed.
I'm
it,
with
But
you on that,
it,
Mike.
yeah,
it
I'm
is.
with you
It
on that
is,
100%.
JP. It is, JP. But at the same time, as so above is so below. So what you have spiritually manifesting, you also have physically manifesting. If the Most High can manifest spiritually, the Most High can manifest physically.
But it's the
So
absolutely.
reason.
Yeah,
create.
It's the reason I tell everybody,
So
watch what you speak out of your mouth. That's why I love what JP said about music, the way you dictate it, the way what you listen to. Those things manifest.
yeah.
I tell everybody, I go to bed every night listening to the books of the Bible. That's all I listen to
oh
at
wow.
night. Because when I
Okay.
wake up in the morning, I'm waking up with the right mindset. You don't believe
Yeah,
me? Go play rap and hip hop when you go to sleep. Not your music. Go play the other music. Put it in your ears as you
Oh
go to
no, I'm
sleep,
gonna play mine.
and watch your attitude. Watch your attitude the next day.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
yeah.
dictate
It's
when you.
You're
vibration.
right.
It's
Yeah.
gonna dictate whether.
I agree.
So I tell people, you wanna make $1 million today. Go play abundance music. It's a vibration that you can play to say, I want to be abundant today. You might not make $1 million, but watch how money come to you.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I listen to Tibetan sound bowls and thunderstorms for sleep. So I look, I understand it. It's all about vibration, but that's a whole nother conversation.
I don't sleep much, so I don't get to listen to a lot of music when I sleep. But I totally get what you're saying.
He said, I just go to sleep. I'm out.
No,
I wish
Right. Hey, I feel you, JP. I feel you hit your head hit that pillow. It's blue.
I
hey,
don't get to sleep a lot, man. So when I get tired, bro, I just hit it.
Right.
I just
Hey, my whole thing is, I wish I was like that because I can't. My brain is working. My brain thinks about what's the next
yeah,
step in every part of the business. Then I got my wife. I got my two adopted daughters now. I got my boys. I got her
absolutely.
Congratulations.
boys. I got her daughters. I got the businesses. I got helping I'm all about family, so I think about those
Thanks.
issues.
Going.
By the
Yeah.
time I get ready to lay down, it's like I gotta be like you. I gotta be so worn out, or either I gotta. It's just something about the Bible. It's about the words. It's about what
Yeah,
they talk about. That actually, and it's because
absolutely.
I want to know it. I'm trying to learn more. It's those things that causes me to calm down and stop
Yeah,
my brain from roaring. Because the devil attacks you at your when your brain is going. And I tell people that all the
Oh
time.
yeah. Yeah, the lower
yeah.
self always gonna be hitting at you. Knocking that clack clack. Hey my man. Hey my man. Hey, you know what you supposed to be doing, dog.
Hey,
No,
that's
man,
why
get your
DMX
punk
is
ass somewhere.
that's why DMX's song is like one of the most popular songs when he talked to
Yeah.
Damien. And you be
Yep.
like, bro,
Yeah,
because he basically just says at the end of the day, hey, all I want y'all to do is he said, I want you to do what you want to do. And I tell people that all the time. It's easy to wake up and be like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm doing this. It's easy to wake
yeah.
up and be like, I'm mad at this person because he didn't do this or she didn't do that. Me and my wife,
Exactly.
before I go to bed, my ritual is everybody else is asleep before I ever go to sleep. Because most time I'm up coding or I'm working on something, or I'm done doing the work and I just play the video game right till I get ready to say, okay, now I'm winding down. But before I
Right.
go to bed, I go
Yeah.
put a so I take my anointed oil, I go put a cross over the front door. I go to both of my daughter's door. I go to my brother-in-law's room door. I go to the back door of the house. You know why? Because I'm trying to tell the spirits who came in as other people came in all day, the people who came off the streets, us going out and bringing spirits back because people don't understand. They keep you in an office space because
Yeah.
they want you to interact with other people doing negative things, which brings negative things to your life. That's why you think they're rushing so fast to say, "Oh, no more remote. We need everybody back in the office." Because when you're at home,
Yeah.
think about when COVID hit. I tell everybody, our black kids got smarter. They got more aware. They started
Yeah.
creating bank accounts. So now they're like, no, we need you back in the office because look, now you starting to learn.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
But it's
Yep. They
because
call
you
on
wasn't
quick.
getting caught up in those spirits either.
Right.
Negative
Wow.
energies went around you.
Now
Wow,
you at
man. That's
home
crazy.
and all you looking at is family values
Right.
Yeah.
and what family
Yeah.
does and us spending time together. COVID was the first time blacks had a chance to sit at home, the dad, the mom, the
What?
kids, watch a movie, enjoy
Yep.
Come
themselves,
on now.
and get a check. And then you started to see that like, oh, I get a check every week from unemployment. I
Come
get
on now.
every week, and I get to sit
Yep.
with my
Man.
kids to have good
What? Hey,
conversation. And I get to actually
come on.
enjoy myself. Oh yeah, we ain't going back to work.
It was a different couple
Hey,
years,
look,
man. It was a
listen.
different couple years.
Hey, but listen though. Listen. On some real honey shit, you know it was motherfuckers like, come on, man, get that shit back going.
Get back in the lab, baby. Get back in the lab. Bring it back. Yeah, man. For real,
I
Those
mean,
the
bro.
rest,
motherfuckers.
hey,
Make another
rest in heaven to the
concoction,
people that
baby.
passed during COVID. Rest in heaven to the people that passed during COVID.
Absolutely.
But look, it's just the fact that, yeah, it was a lot of family stuff going on that needed to be. But see, this is why I say that was always, when everybody talk about the rapture, that was the rapture.
Mm.
That was
It
the
was
rapture. And didn't nobody even recognize it.
I don't know about that, but I call it
I don't know
a
about
major
that
reset.
either. Godson, but I feel
I
I
it.
call it
mean,
a I
I,
call it a major
I,
reset.
that's
Every
cool too. That's
every
cool too.
500 years we're allowed a reset. And if we
That's
don't
cool
know
Yeah.
too.
it, we have to pay attention. We're allowed a reset in our society and where we come from. And what it did was those who caught the reset actually kept thriving to be better and do their own business. Those who didn't just said, let me get back to work and I'm gonna go back and do what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you
The
speaking of a
reset,
social reset.
yes, the
I'm
reset
thinking you were speaking on a spiritual reset.
no, no. I'm talking about
Got you.
this was a straight social reset. And if you were
Okay.
spiritually intact with God, you saw this. If you didn't, so it's both really. Spiritually, if you were in touch, if you were in touch with God and you were praying and you were doing, He showed you, hey, this is your time to shine.
Okay.
But if you weren't and you just were like, oh, I get to be at home and I get this free money and I'm just gonna drink and wild out and do this and do that, you missed it.
Right. Well,
Those
when
people
I'm
who
saying
those people who got the PPPs, they missed it because they went out and
right,
said, hey, I'm just about to get this car and I'm gonna flash and I'm gonna do this. But the people who did it the right way, by the time they
they
came out of
still,
COVID, because God
yeah, they
talked to
still
them, they had a
flashing.
full band, a full business plan, a full marketing
Yeah.
plan. They had a full business in their head that actually exploded from that and still exploding to this day. That's what I mean by
Mm-hmm. Got you. Okay. Got you. Now, what
That's
I
what's up.
mean, spiritually wise, as far as the rapture, we have to think about when it talks about the rapture in Revelation, the spirits being taken up into heaven, et cetera, the souls being called back home. A lot of things took place during those years of COVID, spiritually wise. And I don't know who or whoever listening might understand what I'm saying, or if y'all get what I'm saying as far as the rapture is concerned, because what you saying, a rapture is just that, a reset. Spiritually wise, I'm saying those souls and peoples that passed had to go back home for a reason. And now let's look at the last reset, the Spanish flu of 1912, because that was basically the same thing of a COVID situation that took a bunch of people, over 1 million people's lives at that time also. And we got to look at what was going on during that time, history wise. And this is why I study history, to bring certain things to the forefront of what's going on today, or, recent past, to say, okay, it's a correlation here. Once we
Yeah.
understand, when we don't stop history, it repeats itself. Like we talking about solutions in the beginning of the podcast. What is the solution? The brother asked. So this is why I study history, to see what they didn't fix back then to bring about right now to fix. So they had the Spanish flu in 1912. They had something in 19, it wasn't big, but it was like in the 1940s and 50s. And then boom, here we go with the COVID in 2020, et cetera, et cetera. All these things bring about an understanding that a bunch of people's lives were lost at a particular era in time. Why?
Yeah.
It's a spiritual understanding to this, and this is why I call it a rapture, because it was a lot of people that passed. A lot of souls
Yes, sir. Right.
transferred back home. That's
Yeah.
Don't come over here.
and I don't know how many preachers, imams, rabbis, whatever,
Put that up in
whatever.
the chat.
Huh?
I'm talking to my daughter.
Okay. I don't know how many rabbis, like I said, imams or preachers or pastors that focus on this in the aspect of that taking place, but that was something very, very, very profound to me in my understanding of spirituality. That of all these people to pass, and here now, 5 years, 4 years later, the state of what the world is in. Because if we look at the book of Revelations, and after the rapture happened, what was coming next?
Right.
War, turmoil, famine,
Yeah.
economical upheaval, everything in the seven seals. The seven seals, the first seal already got unleashed, and we didn't
Yeah.
even recognize it. I'm just saying it's a lot more deeper things that's going on than what they're telling us, and we have to pay
I can
attention
understand that. Yeah.
as a people. Not
I
as I'm not talking about as racial. I'm talking about as humanity as a people.
right.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
To what's going on these days.
Um, I can understand that, bro. So like as a Christian, I just want you to understand why like I had made that face when you had said I'm raptured. Because I already know
No,
that you
I,
know.
I, I get it.
Yeah, but it's when I know of only one rapture that is going to happen, and it's going to be simultaneously, and it's going to be as quick as a twinkling of an eye, and all of the millions or billions of people that leave, it's going to be like that. It is not going to be people suffering in the hospitals or dying this week and that week and that month and that year. It's going to be just like that. All of them gone who
And,
were supposed to
and
be gone.
I'm with you on that. And that's why I say what I
Yeah,
say.
I
That
know that's how it was
God never
written.
said there was going to be a suffering with the rapture. He said it's going to be quick. So with
Yeah,
me, I can't. Like I say
God's
all the
time is
time.
not our time, though.
But what I'm saying is, and I'm real with you, and you're right on that. But what I'm saying is, everybody forgets that the devil plays the opposite game of the Bible. He talks completely opposite. So if Jesus is Christ Lord, then there's the Antichrist on this side. If there's a
yeah,
rapture happening with God, then I'll believe there's a rapture happening with the devil as well. But that comes with a lot more pain. That comes with a lot more suffering. I tell people all the time, you want something quick, just pray to the devil. I promise you, he's gonna give it to you
oh man,
because he
that's a
has the
scary thing
same
to hear,
power.
bro. That's scary.
He has the same power. God, when you know there's a painting, right? There's a painting in a museum in London. I forget which museum it's in, but there's a painting and there's a picture of God of God, no, God, no, Jesus and the devil playing on a chessboard.
Hmm.
And it's supposed and everybody misinterprets it as being that they're the equals.
Mm.
But here's the thing. If Jesus is playing on the right side and the devil is playing on the left side, where's God? Well, he's the chessboard.
Mm.
And it
Oh,
simplifies
wow.
that he knows every move both of them are going to do. But the ending will always be the same if
Yeah.
you believe. So the
So
book
that
of
means the
Revelation,
devil not powerful then.
the book of Revelation says that in the end, no matter if you went to the devil or you went, no matter if you were a sinner, if you didn't get raptured, Jesus was here to fight a war. The book of Revelations talks about this. You're here to fight the war with Jesus. And at the
Yeah.
end of that, everybody goes home. But everybody forgets that part. Everybody. He talks about everybody. And then nobody, because people don't like to read that book because they're scared to see what's going to happen. But ever since my very first mentor, he said, when he first mentored me in business, he said, first I need you to read the book of Revelation, because if somebody's going to give you the plan for the end, why wouldn't you want to know about it?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But as I still say, that means still that the devil has no true power.
And he doesn't. That's why he has to use us to create the power.
Yeah. Right.
See,
He
and
uses
see that's exactly. But see,
Yeah, no. This is going.
this is what I'm saying about.
Oh
Uh,
man.
I mean, everybody has their own way of viewing it. That's fine. I get it. We saying the same thing in different ways.
Yeah.
He has to use us. He has dominion over the earth. He has dominion over here. So he has to create the problems. He has to create the wars. He has. What's the number one way to get somebody to do something in America right now? The number one way to get you to panic.
Give you some money.
Nope. Put
To
it.
get you
Hold
to
on. You
panic.
say the number one way to do what now?
To get somebody to panic
That
in America.
shit started. It's the fear.
Just create an ad that says, "Hey, you got to go get checked because this is happening across America."
Yeah, fear.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Fear.
Yeah.
Because the
Fear is
devil
the number
knows.
one.
Because the devil knows that in the Bible it says, "Don't fear." That's the only time the
Right.
word is mentioned in the Bible, is God telling us not to fear.
But
But
that's the main thing that everything teaches us to do.
in
Yeah.
America,
Everything teaches us to
Exactly.
fear. Fear
Yep.
the
you
authority.
teach your kids fear. My mom, I love my mom because I have no fear, and because she taught us no fear, I'm not scared to jump out and do things on faith. I'm not scared to
Exactly.
create companies. I'm not scared to get out and marry somebody that I've just been knowing for 2 years. I'm not
Yeah.
But they
scared.
don't.
But
We
what I'm
those rebels. They don't want those kind of rebels around.
right. But I'm saying this to say that at the end of the day, when I hear somebody say, "Oh, I met this person in 1 month and we decided to get married," I'm the first one to be like, "Yes, do it." Because
Yeah.
if you know, then you know. But know that a battle comes with that. With you declaring
Facts.
to do something that God told you to do in His book,
Mm-hmm.
in His Bible, the devil's going to start attacking your finances. He's going to attack your
Yep.
personalities.
Yep.
He's going to attack
Right.
who you are. He's going to attack because you are making a joint venture to walk together to do something that God said was His most sacred thing.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
So if
Yep.
you understand
And
when it comes to your kid, I tell people, don't let your kid be scared of the stove. Make them touch it. Show them that it's hot, but don't make them afraid of it.
Yeah.
Don't
oh,
make them
my auntie
walking
set my
around.
T-shirt on fire while I was in it.
Oh my
That's how I
gosh,
learned
bro.
how to play. That's how I learned how to not play with fire.
Oh my
No,
God.
But
that was
don't
some
make
old
them walk
Alabama
around
shit.
scared of it. Don't make them walk around scared of it. Don't make them fear what
Right.
what you,
Yeah.
what you're telling them. Because when we tell people, "Oh man, this dog bite, this dog bite, this dog bite," I didn't think dogs bit until I got bit.
He got bit.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
playing with a dog, and now my favorite animal is a dog.
Right.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
Because they'll tell us that dog bites, but you don't tell me that cats bite too, and they scratch and paw and
Yeah.
tear you. They'll hurt
Oh
you worse
man,
than
they worse than
a
kids. Yeah, they worse than dogs.
Yeah. They was scratch your face up so quick. Yeah.
Look, Morris ain't no joke without them vittles. Facts.
But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, think about everything I'm saying. If you put it through a logical point of view, it's the
Oh,
reason
I
why
don't live it. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
live
Yeah.
in this world that they're creating emotional problems. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
stuff
Yes.
that we talk about is our feelings, not logical.
Not lots. Exactly. I
Like
agree
you
with
heard
that.
me say on the prior show, we don't like Trump because of what we feel about him, and that's all they talk about. They don't talk about nothing he does. They talk about, oh, he was in his first term during COVID. All you heard was he touched on this woman and he touched on this, and I was like, I don't care what he did in his personal life. He
Yeah.
wrote us a check every day he was in office. You got a check, did you not? I did. I know I did. I got a tax break. I got a check for my business. I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, look. He made sure people was
He
working.
definitely got the
I
money.
definitely give him that. He made sure people was working. I don't know what's going on this
Yeah.
term. But last term he definitely made some motherfuckers was working.
He's trying
Right
to make
now
it that
motherfuckers is
way though.
unemployed.
He's trying to
Yeah.
make it that way now. He's trying to make it that way
Yeah.
now. You know why you're unemployed? You know why you're suffering right now? Because we took, even China said it. China said exactly. We sent all of our business overseas. And
Yeah.
now we wonder why we got poor people living on the streets. We wonder
Mm-hmm.
why
Wow.
we got abandoned warehouses and houses everywhere because there's no
Exactly.
jobs. Then you
Yeah.
take the immigrants, the illegal immigrants who's willing to work for $5.50 an hour compared to you that want to work for 15, 20. Who I'm gonna hire? If they get let me pay
Hey.
more than the table,
The
that's
550
fine.
because
So
of
when
greed.
when you look back at it and you say, wow, he's deporting immigrants. Oh, that's a bad thing. No, it's not, because name anybody listening to the show that listens to this later, I will give you $100 if you can show me a country that will let anybody come live there without going through the due process besides America.
Wow.
No, America make you go through due process to be a citizen.
Nope. That's why we got so many illegal immigrants, because they can come in and get in from everywhere. And then we got more.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
wondering. Yeah.
Okay.
Because some
I
people
see
need
what you're
green
saying.
cards and then some people don't. Some people just be here.
Nah, yeah, I get what you're saying now. I get because
because they got
any other
because
country
they got an uncle
you
here
going through
or
their
a father
embassy.
here or something like that.
Yeah.
We are the only. But if you try to go to Germany, if you try to go live in China, if you try to go live in Africa, where everybody talking about run back to Africa, you got to apply for their visa.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's true.
Wow.
Cause you're American.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
you can, but they can
yeah.
run over here and get $2,500 in food stamps and get an apartment and get
But
$2,500 a month
see,
in a check. They can run over here and get all of our medical benefits that some of us that
yeah,
go to work every day can't get.
Bro,
and
I'm
that's
still
the
trying to get
hypocrisy of America. And
Yeah.
America was built on immigrants.
And I
Hmm.
got that, but we also were built on an American citizen paying taxes. So how
Who?
come you going to work every day, my guy going to work every day, but you can't get medical benefits, but this immigrant can come over here, go down to the welfare office, tell them that they homeless. And I know this to be true, guys, because I went through something, and my friend told me, Jason, go down here and tell them that you're homeless and watch what they give you.
Right,
And I did it, and they gave me Medicaid, they gave me food stamps, everything.
right.
Hey, hook you up.
No, it's true. I get it. Look, they got what they call illegals, which I don't understand this terminology that they try to use to say aliens and illegal immigrants and all this stuff. Look, Mexico want their land back. You motherfuckers took California, Nevada, and anything that's right there at the
I hear
baseline of
what
all
you're
that
saying.
Portland and all that back down.
I hear
Mexico
all
want
that.
their land back.
Then start a civil war. Then start a
You see
war
what I'm saying?
and come get it.
Look, they gave Mexico
We
$20 million.
didn't just walk and take it. It was a whole war. Texas didn't put
No,
peace.
it was.
It was a
It
whole war to get this
it
land.
was.
So
It
start
was.
a war and come back and take it.
But
But
see
other
the
than that, I'm like, come on and get your green card like all of us. Pay taxes like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Learn how hard it
Yeah.
really is to be in this country. Because they run over here because they think this country is great. And to them it is, because
to them it is.
if I
Yeah.
Yeah.
can make $18 an hour to send home to my family, we are now rich in Mexico.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
and when
Exactly. Yep.
JP, when the
Yep.
brother Jay let us know that, because I always thought that our African brothers over in the motherland didn't like us because we were westernized, mentalities, whitewashed, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But
Right.
he let it be known that he said they don't like us because we feel we're above certain things. we feel we don't have to do certain shit that they have to scrape and fight and kill to be able to do. And I had to sit, bro, and Jay, I swear it down, bro, for 3 days straight. I sat back and I contemplated all that whole conversation, and I was had to think about this. Yeah, because they'll come over and work for $2 an hour. They will faithfully work for $2 an hour, straight from the motherland. And we would look at them. We would look at them like, man, what the fuck is you doing? Is you crazy?
Hey, and they'll take that $2. They'll take that $2 an hour, send it back to Ghana.
Come on, yeah, exactly.
People over there flip that money, send that back.
Right.
They'll be rolling around in a brand new Mercedes by the end of the week.
Come on, now. And where it take us 10 years to get a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah. Because they working together too, man. They ain't trying to do it separately. They working together.
And we don't.
Hey, my brother, when he stayed before my brother went back to Ghana, he ordered some. He had over 500 pairs of shoes I wear in a storage unit. Over 5, it was like 3,000 because we had to ship a lot of them back before he left. And he was just sending. He was sending 2 boxes to Ghana every month. And they would send him. By the time the end of the month would happen, he would come back and be like, "We just made 30 grand."
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
And that's still 10 grand still left over there for his family because, like I told y'all, the ratio dollar to Ghana's money is $23 per R1.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So I'm telling people, hey, go apply for your Ghana visa. Go work your little job you don't like. Go to McDonald's, work there. That's why immigrants are willing to work at McDonald's and clean the toilets, do the house cleaning, and do all those things because they are putting their money together, sending it back home. They take it home, and once it gets home, now their family becomes wealthy down there, so they're selling more products, doing more things. Asian people do the same thing. They want to they want to start a hair store. Well, they got family in there. Then all they have to do is say, "Hey, I'm about to send you this much money. Go buy as much hair as you want, and instead of shipping it with traffic, you ship it to me directly."
Right.
So now I don't have to worry about paying all those taxes and bar taxes, dock fees, because you're shipping it to me. So now I can go get a little box store. They'll start out with a little small corner store. Then they'll turn around and get a bigger store. And you know they got a whole shopping center. Why? Because their families are sending them and making their money.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
They reinvested. Same thing with the Chaldeans and the gas stations and the liquor stores.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. They got a freaking system on lock, dude.
Yeah.
But here we are.
I'm starting to believe you can't even buy a dang gas station if you ain't Indian.
Come on. And here we are, and here we are born second class citizens because we not first class citizens. We ain't got a nationality yet.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
I'm starting to believe that you can't even look at a gas station if you ain't Indian.
At all.
Bro,
hey
man, sometimes I be thinking about walking into a gas station thinking that like I'm gonna see some cutie behind the freaking counter. It's always an Indian chick, man. Every single time. Or a freaking dude. Every single time.
Here in Michigan, it's Chaldeans. You know, Chaldeans and the Arab brothers.
Yeah, I'm okay with them.
Yeah, man.
Call them. I'm gonna say what I want to say though. Because I'm telling you right now, there's not one 7-Eleven that you can walk into and you don't see it. That's all I'm saying.
No, you're right. You're right. Nah, it's getting like that here in Michigan. Yeah, they look. Church's Chicken. You pull up to the window. Church's Chicken. You pull up to the window, man. I take your order, please.
I saw that. Hey, I never saw that before in my life until I pulled up like a month ago. Dude, I have never seen a freaking foreign person working at a church. Never.
Chicken, bro.
Come on.
Yeah.
Because they don't care. They will work anywhere because their family nature said, work, do what we have to do, get where we need to be. Once we do that, then we expand. Then we get to live the good life that America promised us. Black people will not do that. You your black cousin come help clean your building. and you gonna pay
bro.
$20 an hour. Watch how
No,
dirty your kid will be.
and then they don't mind unifying their checks.
Right.
They will live in a
Nah,
five
no,
bedroom.
they don't.
They will live in a five bedroom. I'm talking about five families of them. Will live in a
Yeah.
five bedroom. Each family got a bedroom. They save them checks up, put that money together,
Mhm.
buy that house. You see what I mean? Move to another five bedroom, and the other
Yeah,
two families stay in that house. Three go to this one, and then they keep doing it. But you can't get Asiatic black people to do that because our
Why?
egos,
Because I
our
don't like my cousin.
attitudes.
I don't like
Yeah,
my
you see what
cousin.
I'm
I
saying?
don't like him that much.
It
yeah,
And you can't
so
even go sleep on your cousin's couch if you get homeless. And you could have gave them money while you were up, let you fall. Hey man, I need to come
it's a
sit on
wrap.
the couch. You got two
yeah,
months on my couch, bro. Like nigga, I was
yeah.
paying your rent when you
That's how I go, man. That's how I go.
And no, listen. Now taking it back to what you asked in the beginning of the hour, JP, about why we hate ourselves. Yeah, it's a lot of accountability we supposed to take. It's a lot of ego and attitude in that bullshit. True enough. The thing about that
Yeah.
responsibility is each one has to reach one to teach one. Right now, it's about the kids. We got to teach the
Yeah,
kids now. So
yeah, definitely, man.
we got
Definitely.
6 minutes, JP, to pop affiliate. Give us your last good spiritual inspiration of the day.
Man, it's at the end of the day, God is all, and it's all about God. It's all about Christ. My my goal in life is to just have my family prosper and make it to that beautiful city of New Jerusalem. I am not a perfect man.
Amen.
I am I I don't think I have came across a perfect man, and I'm not going to come across a perfect man. But you know what? We all have it in us. We all have good in us. Uh,
Amen.
although we're not good, we all have good in us, and we all can do good. To my black people, to my brothers, to my sisters, love each other. We could run this country if we was united. I like me from top to bottom. We could run the United States of America if we chose to just do it together. If
I
if
agree.
we held hands and just connected from the state farthest west to the state farthest east, we could run this country. But first, we got to
True.
learn how to love. We got to learn how to love each other,
Gotta
man.
gotta learn how to love ourselves. It
Yeah.
starts with self first, but I agree with that. Yeah, we definitely do. I agree. Now, any new projects coming up? Anything you want to let the people know you got on the horizon? Movie
Yes, sir.
roles. You got your book coming
Wait,
out.
what? Wait a minute.
Huh?
What? Movie
But
roles.
come on, man, come on, man. You know you're
Um,
supposed to be on the big screen, bro. But go on, talk about your poetry book, my brother.
Man, so thank you, brother. So the book is going to be called "The Pump Affiliate Network Presents the
Okay.
Poetta's Book of Poetry, Volume One."
Dig that.
Um, yeah, it is going to be about 36 pages. The
Mm-hmm.
book is in print, and it should be hitting stores and digital stores and the actual bookstores that people can walk into in about 5 to 6
Okay.
more weeks. So yeah,
Okay.
uh, that and my next project is going to be with my cousin Jamar Stubbs. We have about 4 songs in the vault. But we're not
Mm-hmm.
sure which one we're going to bring out next. But I
Okay.
want you all to hear a song that we put out about like 3 months ago, 3 4 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
maybe more. But it's called "Help Me," and it is
Okay.
a cry. It is a cry. It's me. It is Jamar, and it is actually Jamar's big brother, my big cousin, um,
Mm-hmm.
um, Visionary James. And
Okay.
the song is just basically us crying out to God with our own perils and our own trials, and just saying, God help me, and
Amen.
that is the yeah. So um, uh, there is no better love than God's love. Learn
Amen.
learn God's love. Learn to love self and love each other.
Amen.
And
Any
if you
shout
learn
outs
to
you
love
want to
yourself,
give?
you're gonna love everybody.
True to
Yeah,
that. True to that, King. Once you learn to love self, you go want to love everybody.
yeah,
Trust
exactly.
me.
Right.
Yeah. Any shout outs you want to give?
I want to give a shout out to my number one fan, Sandy Santora, my big sister. She been
Hey
down for me
man.
since, man. All right, so I'm the baby of my six siblings, and she is the knee
Okay.
baby. And we
Okay.
have been close since we was in Pampers. She has always held me down. She has always encouraged me. She has always told me, Josh, stop tripping. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Get back to writing, get back to recording, make some more music.
Right.
The world needs to hear it. She has always
Hey
been in my
man.
corner. And Shani, I love you, girl. Thank you for always loving me back.
Mad salute, mad salute. That's right, sis. Keep telling me to make that beautiful music because we do need to hear that. That's a fact.
Amen. With love, bro.
Uh, Brother Jay, anything you want to shout outs you want to give before you sign out?
I'm good, boss. You know I be on these shows every day, so I got shout out to all these facts and opinions.
Look, you the hardest
Man,
working
don't
man
do
in
that.
America. That's
Yeah,
facts,
man.
man. Hey, man, salute to you, King. I appreciate you, everything you do,
Absolute
man,
pleasure
for us.
meeting you, Mr. Jason
Hey,
Dixon. Pleasure
pleasure to meet
meeting
you
you,
too.
sir.
Hey JP, let me have Godson give you my information. God, my phone is broke, so give him
Okay.
my Facebook. He don't have Facebook. Send me his
He don't
number.
have, I send him your Gmail.
Yeah, send me
Yeah.
send
Just,
me
no,
his Gmail, and then I'll
the
keep in touch
nostalgic.
with you and let me know what you want to do about the website. I'm
All
not
right.
high price right now. We're doing a sale on websites, $250.
All
So
right. Cool.
and you get 3 pages that you can build off of. If you need more, you just pay an extra $35.
All right. All right. Cool, man.
And also,
Cool,
like
man.
you said, if you ever want a show, everybody say no, but at the end of the day, I always end up
Hey,
with
come on.
somebody else there.
Yeah. Come on over to the light
Oh
side.
man.
I got a Christian. I got a Christian show coming on too. She does a Bible study with women, and she's bringing on her that to here because they do it via Zoom. And she was like, "I needed to go like this," and I was like, "Let's do it."
Wow. That's what's up. All right.
Hey,
God bless you, man.
there
Good
you
stuff.
go. Oh, wait. That's the three wise women and the king.
Yeah.
Hint,
That's
that's
what
just a
you
title
said,
throw
bro.
out there. So, we appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody for joining in. Thank you, JP. I love you, my brother. Give everybody my
Thank you for having
love,
me. I love
man.
you too. All right.
And give her and the niece and uncle, nieces and nephew a hug for us. We finna sign out, everybody, with JP Papaphilian song "Help Me." Him and J Stub, aka CS Tribe 319. Man, salute.
319, guys. 319.
I said 319.
No,
Okay,
it's
319. 319. My bad, my
I done told you this a million times. It's CS Climb 319, bro.
I pray. I wait. God. Help me before I lose my mind. God, help me before I lose my mind. Help me. God, help me before I lose my mind. Help me, help me. God, help me before I lose my mind. Help me. Help me. God. God, help me before I lose my mind. My eyes peeled, but I can't see clear. Help me, help me. I can't see a thing here. Why me, why now? Why my back full of daggers? How? Losing days trying to figure this out. That's why such pain coming out of my mouth. When? pray for me. Really hoping that it isn't too late for me. Since demons came for me. In my sleep, though I woke, I've been scared of knees. My Bible reads, I've been saved, I've been free. Putting this armor on is fatiguing Jesus. But I believe
I'm missing the battle scars and the war cries. Overseas calling me like a soul tie. Eleanor, whole 30, I'm locked in. This the memory nightmare seeped in. You say Rambo, I say Studs Airborne, never cheat. Better ready, no blood. The struggle is real. Emotions they feel. Holy Spirit in me, so I stop back in. Reality sets in like a whirlwind. No pressure. Jesus came in. A new life when I think about Christ. We know in the mind to a different fight. All hands on deck. We stronger together. We are the storm. We veteran. Whether we fight forever and praying for better. No suicide letter. We sticking together.
Let me turn the page, set the stage. We're living in a world I'm gonna walk in dead. And those who really know the truth keep it inside because they don't want to say it. So I gotta do the dirty work since some see the price and they don't want to pay it. Christians out here living life should be suited up, saving souls instead. Should be dressed in the armor of God, but the world can't tell us apart. We looking like frauds. People walk away from the faith. What they ever say, we'll know when God laid out his rod. We gotta strengthen the squad, going to all of the nations to even the odd. Gospel get preached to the world. When we get that done, then it's a round of applause. What do we gotta do to show proof that the sun still lives? Even if we gain something, arrogance shows we don't recognize it's all still his. And rightfully so, cause God in the flesh is the only true gift that gives. And they still rejected the light of the world, set up for the chandelier. Why would I need a good reason to broaden my shoulders, my burdens? He said, pass it over. I used to think I'm in control and wouldn't let go. He said, follow me, then I'll show you. I feel the relief and the peace, the growth and belief through the word God said. I told you I'll go to war for God, carry a cross for Christ. Not itself, cause I'm still his soldier. God help me.